Everybody wants to know how to drift right now in GTA Online, and today that's exactly what I'm going to show you all. Everyone can do this right now, and it's for all consoles, so don't worry, no one will be missing out. And by watching this video, these unique tips will actually ultimately help you become a drift king in the GTA community. All of your friends will be wondering how you got so good in such a short period of time, and that's where you say your boy Captain helped you out. But nah, seriously guys, I'm gonna give you 5 awesome tips today. No one knows these things, so please leave a like, I appreciate it a lot, and let's get into it. So first off, choosing which car to drift in. So the best car in my opinion to drift with at the moment is the Futo GTX. Personally, I just feel like it rotates the best and it doesn't spin out a lot like all the other cars. I feel like this just hits the sweet spot, but if you feel like there's a different car that's better, let me know in the comments. And you may be wondering, well Captain, what if I want to use a different car, you might ask? Well, that's where the tips I give you is going to help today. I guarantee at least one of these will help you out, and you may just be more suited to a different car depending on how you handle your controller. There's a few little tips I want to give you guys in terms of inside the mod shop. So we want to make sure our tire enhancements is set to low grip tires. You can see the traction difference between bulletproof tires, standard tires, and low grip tires, so make sure you select that. And also through the interaction menu, you can go ahead and set your vehicle stance to lowered, so you can see the difference between default and lowered. I recommend lowered, it's going to drift a lot better. So straight off the bat, we select the car that we want to use to drift, and second of all, make sure we got low grip tires and lowered stance. When it comes to selecting what wheel type you want, there's actually 3 types. There's tuner, street, and track. Make sure you're selecting the street type, and if you're going into a race like pursuit race or a sprint race, definitely recommend putting some track wheels on. So now we're going to move into 5 tips that will actually help you out, and the first one I want to give you guys is actually make sure you remember every corner flows into the next. So how this works is you should be hitting the corners on the apex. So the apex meaning the middle of a corner, and so you should take the corner on an arc. So really on every corner you should come out wide, and then as you get to the middle of the corner like this, you should be coming in on the inside, and it should look like a semicircle. That's what your trajectory should look like. And moving on to tip number 2, you want to make sure you let the car go. So don't try to drive the car really hard into the corners and throw the car in. You're just going to spin out. So just let the car flow, let it do its thing. Like I'm showing you guys on screen here, you can see some really smooth moves, and that's how you really want to keep it, just flowing into the corners. If you're over driving, like if you take this corner flat out, you're just going to hit that wall, so you want to be nice and smooth. Another tip is be gentle on the throttle and steering. So really make sure when you're going into these corners, just tap the handbrake. So for the PlayStation and Xbox players, or if you're on a controller, you want to tap the RT or RB button, just give it a little tap, and then when you're going into the corners, use the brakes to stop the car up. So if you feel like you're going to hit into the wall, or you're just not going to hit the apex or the corner, just tap the brakes a little bit and the car will actually stop for you while still maintaining traction, if that makes sense. And moving on, we've got steering. So there's 2 methods here that I want to give you guys. So method 1 is being fluent with your movements. You can see on here how I'm very smooth going through, and what this means is on the left analog stick, you're just going to be very, very calm, calculated, and really feathering just around the corners. You're not going to be abruptly taking the corners. And the second method is just to wiggle the left analog stick. So this actually surprisingly will give you a bunch of grip. But that's what I've got for you guys today. Hopefully one of these tips or all of these tips did help you out. If it did, please leave a like, helps me out a lot, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.